Alright, so, Oath Tier List. Now, this is going to be based on Chime and just PvP. This isn't really focused on if you can run away or if it has some quality features like Link Service Teleportation. This is just purely how good it is in a PvP scenario where it's just like a one-on-one. Sometimes I'll consider if you're boss raiding or in a gang, but for the most part, it's just one-on-ones, Chime. And do keep in mind, I'm not a top player, so this is more for lower tier Chime. I'm like 1,100 elo, so keep in mind I'm basing it around that kind of level. Now, in the worst oath for general PvP, I would say is Jet Striker. Now, Jet Striker is very, very broken in terms of running away, but in an actual PvP scenario, what's a Jet Striker going to be able to do? The running attack, it's not that good. It's very predictable when they're going to do it, easy to parry, and yeah, I don't think it's that good in like a PvP scenario. Very good oath still, but in PvP, I would say it's like C tier. Now, next up, I would say Fade Trimmer is the second worst oath. Fade Trimmer is not actually that bad. I do enjoy using Fade Trimmer a lot, but it's just, I don't see why we would go this over something like Dawn Walker or Contractor. So, I would say, like, bottom of D. It's not a bad oath, but it's two mantras that it has. I don't think it would be better than Radiant Kick, Judgment. And it does have Hairspray, which can be a good support option, but if you're going for support, why not just go Link Strider? Now, next up is Oathless. So the only reason I'm ranking Oathless above Fade Trimmer is because it gives you the extra health and stuff, which I do think on the majority of builds is more valuable than the Fade Trimmer mantras. Now, yes, in some instances, Fade Trimmer could be better if you really wanted those specific mantras, but in most cases, I don't think it's better. Now, next, I would probably say Contractor. I'm kind of surprised I didn't put it higher, but it's not that good. Like, it is very good because of Judgment and Equalizer. Lord Slice is kind of garbage. But yeah, on most builds, I don't, again, you just go Dawn Walker or just a better oath, unless you really want a Judgment or Equalizer. Next up, Silent Heart. I hate you if you use Silent Heart. You are a terrible person. On a gameplay level, it really depends what you're using. If you're using, like, some basic sword, basic great axe, Silent Heart is really not that good. However, if you're using something like Flare Blood, Railblade, or Gun, then, like, S, A. So, on average, I would say this is A tier, S tier if you're using rifles. Developers, please nerf rifles. Don't make them shoot bullets. They should not shoot bullets. Same with pistols. Now, next, I would say Star Kindred. Star Kindred has two things going for it. First of all, the plus 8 HP. It basically has Oathless's bonuses, or some of it, and it has mantras. Sinister Halo and Ascension are really good. Sinister Halo is good on pretty much any build, because you can stop parry trade, and you don't get parry frame, so you can really combo that into something. And Ascension, I probably wouldn't care about Ascension, but there was one person I fought who used Encircle, and that was a true combo into Ascension. Now, next up is Link Strider. Link Strider is really hard to rank because in a 1v1, it's just kind of okay. It would probably be like, yeah, in between Jet Striker and Fade Trimmer, honestly. However, in a gank scenario, when you can get a supporter to help you, this thing is so incredibly broken. You heal an instant bar of health, and the cooldown is not very long. For that, I think I will put it in S tier, just because if you're in a gank, you need one of these if you're doing, like, Conquest or something. Next would be Radiant Kick. Radiant Kick is a really good oath. It can set up really good combos. And it's also a good gap closer in case you, like, dodge back and then Radiant Kick, or if your opponent dodges back and then you can Radiant Kick. And it also has Absolute Radiance which is really, really good for fighting something like Gale, Fire. I think it also just got a new talent, but the new talent kind of sucks if you're unlucky, because if you don't have good luck, GG, that's never proccing. Now, in the top 3, first we have Blind Soothe. Mind Soothe is a very good support option, but I don't think it would be worth using over Link Strider. Tranquil Circle is an interesting mantra, so it basically turns the fight into a silent card fight. There's not really a reason to use this unless you're fighting some sort of mage build or cheese build, which in that case, yeah, I think it's a good mantra. However, the thing that makes this top 3 is Sightless Beam. People say it's hard to land. No, it's not hard to land. You're just bad. So for all that, it gets 3rd place. Now in 2nd place, I would put Arc Warder. Arc Warder definitely isn't as just straight up unfair as Blind Seer, Sightless Beam, but it's still really good. The 10%, I think it's 10%, the 10% armor you get from the Arc Suit is really, really good. And the mantras are pretty good. Arc Wave specifically, really good mantra. Easy for boss raiding, good for catching people off guard because of its weird timings and animation. And Arc Beam is just okay. And now if you did the math, top spot goes to Vision Shaper. Oh my god, this is so broken. Who thinks this is not broken? If you think that this thing needs a buff, you need to fight against the Vision Shaper. You have never fought against the Vision Shaper. Vision Shaper Realm, yes, that's pretty bad and probably needs to get like a kind of semi-rework. And counter is good, but oh my god, clones and the one talent that makes you get a free vent at half health, that is not balanced. You spawn a clone on someone to add increased pressure for 40 seconds if you have max mod. Now, some people might say, oh, it has a talent that you can nerf the duration. First of all, that's still a 20-second clone. That is definitely long enough for you to do something. Actually, second of all, that's a talent slot. You have to occupy a talent slot to counter something, so it isn't so broken. Like, do I need to make another Blind Seer video where I go over just how broken this is? Forgot to mention with Arc Warder too, but Vision Shaper actually gives you a lot more mantra slots than most other oaths. You get 2 combat slots and a support slot. Most other oaths give 2 combat slots, or 2 wild cards, or a mixture of those. Like, Oathless is 2 wild card, Stark Hindrance 2 combat, Contract and Dawnwalker 2 combat, Vision Shaper 2 combat 1 support. So you can go a lot of mantra. Arc Warder, you can go 2 combat and 1 wild card, which can get up to 8 combats. But yeah, overall, Vision Shaper, best oath in the game. And in the number 0th spot, we have Newbert. Newbert is gone. Anyways, that's going to be the oath tier list. Feel free to comment all your hate comments, because that's just going to boost the algorithm for me. If there's anything I'm missing, let me know. I'll post a pinned comment if my opinion changes on any of these. But yeah, subscribe, like, bye.